Hello students, today I am going to discuss about infertility. Outline. In this presentation I will discuss about the introduction of infertility, definition, risk factors of infertility, causes of infertility in men and women, types of infertility, diagnosis, treatment and counseling for infertility, ethical and legal aspects of ART, artificial reproductive therapy. Introduction to infertility. Infertility is a significant social and medical problem affecting the couples worldwide. It refers to an inability to conceive after having the regular unprotected sex. It means infertility represents a major crisis for most couples, with both parents experiencing loss in ways that affect as individuals, as family members and as members of the society as a whole. Average incidence of infertility is about 15% globally. It varies in different populations. Some causes can be detected and treated, whereas others cannot. Unexplained infertility constitutes about 10% of the all cases. According to Mayo Clinic in USA, 20% cases of infertility are due to a problem in men, 40 to 50% cases are due to in women, problem in the women. Then 30% cases are due to problem in both men and women. In India, approximately 15% to 20% of couples are infertile. Definition. Infertility is the inability of a sexually active non-contracepting couple to achieve pregnancy in 1 year. It means it is an ability to conceive over a 12 months period of unprotected intercourse. Causes of infertility. First one is age. As a woman gets older, the number and quality of her eggs decreases. Men over the age of 40 are also less fertile than younger men. Next is body weight. Women are also at high risk of the fertility problems if they have an eating disorder like anorexia, and men are also have a low sperm count who are overweight. Irregular periods. Irregular menstruation cycles are more common in women who are underweight or overweight. Tobacco and alcohol use. Women who smoke have a higher rate of miscarriages and tubal pregnancies. Both alcohol and tobacco use can result in a low sperm count in men. Exercise. In less common cases, frequent exercise, that is strenuous or intense, can affect the woman's ovulation pattern. History of sexual transmitted infection. The history of sexual transmitted infection of the partner can also be a factor for the infertility. Outline. In this presentation I will discuss about the introduction of infertility, definition, risk factors of infertility, causes of infertility in men and women, types of infertility, diagnosis, treatment and counseling for infertility, ethical and legal aspects of ART, artificial reproductive therapy. Low sperm motility. Sperms are immotile, cannot swim. The sperm cannot swim as well as they should to reach the egg. Abnormal sperms. Unusual shape, more difficult to move and fertilize the egg. Its causes are testicular infections, testicular cancer and testicular surgery. Other causes of men infertility are overheating testicles. The overheating testicles may include the undescending testicles, variocele. Variocele means varicose veins in the scrotum, and other causes are ejaculation disorders, Hypogonadism. Hypogonadism means testosterone deficiency. Genetic abnormalities. Genetic abnormalities means a man should have X and Y chromosome normally. If he has two X chromosome and one Y chromosome, the testicles will develop abnormally and there will be low testosterone count and low sperm count or no sperms. Then mumps. Mumps is a disorder in which that occurs after the puberty. After the puberty, there will be inflammation of the testicles. It may affect the sperm production. Next is hypospadiasis. Hypospadiasis, it is the urethral opening that is under the penis instead of its tip. This abnormality is usually surgical corrected in the infancy. If the correction is not done, it may be harder for the sperm to get into the female's cervix. Hypospadias affects about 1 in every 500 newborn boys. Next is chlamydial infection. Chlamydial infection is also affect the sperm count in the men. Causes of infertility in women. First one is ovulation disorders like premature ovarian failure is also called primary ovarian insufficiency. This order is usually caused by the autoimmune response or by the premature loss of eggs from the ovary. Mainly it occurs before the age of 40. Then polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovarian syndrome also causes a hormone imbalance which affects the ovulation. It is associated with the insulin resistance and obesity, abnormal hair growth on the face or the body, and acne. It's the most common cause of the female infertility. Then hyperprolactemia in non-pregnant stage. In this case, there will be increased level of prolactin, and increased level of prolactin decreases the estrogen and progesterone level in the blood, so it is also a cause of infertility. Poor egg quality. Poor egg quality also causes the infertility. Problems in uterus and fallopian tubes like surgery, submucosal fibroids, endometritis. Endometritis means the inflammation within the uterus. It also disrupts the implantation of the fertilized ovum. Then previous sterilization procedure also a cause for the infertility. Then medications. There are some medicines that can cause infertility in women or men, like NSAIDs means non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. For example, aspirin and ibuprofen. Chemotherapy, radiotherapy, legal drugs may also cause the infertility in men and women. Types of infertility. Infertility is of two types: primary infertility and secondary infertility. Low sperm motility. Sperms are immotile, cannot swim. The sperm cannot swim as well as they should to reach the egg. Abnormal sperms. Unusual shape, more difficult to move and fertilize the egg. Its causes are testicular infections, testicular cancer, and testicular surgery. Diagnosis for infertility. First one is laparoscopy. Laparoscopy can also help when a woman has unexplained infertility. This surgical procedure allows a doctor to see inside the body. When the procedure is a part of fertility testing, the doctor is evaluating the structures of reproductive system including the ovaries, fallopian tubes, and uterus. You can see in this picture a laparoscope inserted just below the navel inside the abdomen. There is a light filled area in the abdomen the doctor can see the reproductive organs on the screen, like uterus, fallopian tubes, etc. Ultrasound transducer. This type of ultrasound test uses high frequency sound waves to create the image of the internal organs. The imaging test can identify abnormalities and help the doctor to diagnose the condition. Uh, this type of ultrasound, may also called endovaginal ultrasound, is a type of the pelvic ultrasound used by the doctors to examine the female reproductive organs, includes uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries, cervix and vagina. Treatment for infertility. Treatment for men. Premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. It can be treated by the behavioral approaches or giving suggestion to the men. There may be some medications prescribed by the doctors. Varicocele. If there is varicocele vein in scrotum, it can be surgically removed. Blockage of ejaculatory duct. The sperms can be extracted directly from the testicles and injected into an egg in laboratory in case of blockage of the ejaculatory ducts. Retrograde ejaculation. Retrograde ejaculation is a cause of infertility. In this case, sperms can be taken directly from the bladder and injected into an egg in the laboratory. This is a method of ART, artificial reproductive therapy. Next is surgery for the epididymal blockage. A bypass of the blockage can be performed, called vasoepididymostomy. Vas deferens is reconnected to epididymis. This surgery can be successful in case of infertility. You can see in this picture a connection is created between the vas deferens and epididymis. In the first diagram, there is a distance between the vas deferens and the epididymis, and in the second diagram there is a connection, means reconnection of the vas deferens to the epididymis. Treatment of infertility in women in case of ovulation disorders. Fertility drugs are prescribed. First one is clomiphene. Clomiphene citrate medicine stimulates the anterior pituitary gland functions, and this stimulation helps in the ovulation. Next is metformin. Metformin is that medication. If the clomiphene fails to work, then metformin is given to the client who do not respond to clomiphene, especially when client with PCOS linked to the insulin resistance. Follicle stimulating hormone. A hormone produced by the pituitary gland controls estrogen production by the ovaries and stimulates ovaries to mature the egg follicle, like gonal F, Repronex, Follistim. These injections are injected into the female. Like gonal F. Gonal F injection is a naturally occurring hormone used to stimulate the follicle to develop as a mature. It is used when a woman desires pregnancy and her ovaries can produce a follicle, but hormonal stimulation is not sufficient to make the follicle mature. Next is human menopausal gonadotropins, like Breville, Repronex and Menopur. These may be given intramuscularly or subcutaneously. Genetically engineered products. These products contain follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. These follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone helps in the development and ovulation in the ovary. In case of absence of ovulation due to the pituitary dysfunction, these human menopausal gonadotropins can be inserted in a woman. human chorionic gonadotropins given in the combination of clomiphene, HMG human menopausal gonadotropins plus FSH follicle stimulating hormone. It stimulates the follicle to ovulate and given IM or subcutaneously. Then gonadotropin releasing hormone for the women who ovulate the premature follicle during the human menopausal gonadotropin treatment delivers constant supply of gonadotropin releasing hormone to pituitary gland, which alters the production of hormone that allows the doctor to induce follicle growth with the follicle stimulating hormone given by intranasal spray, subcutaneous injection. Next medicine is bromocriptine. Stimulates the ovulation by inhibiting the production of prolactin. Prolactin stimulates the milk production in the lactating mothers. For example, Parlodel, Sislocet, given orally or IV. But in these days, this medicine is avoided because it may cause some defects in the newborn. Infertility counseling. The first one is infertility counseling deals with the psychosocial impact of the infertility in terms of intervention, treatment, and then after effects of both successful and unsuccessful treatments. It also involves the therapeutic work to help patient cope with the consequences of the infertility and treatment. Then objectives and need of infertility counseling. Informed consent. Informed consent should be taken from the couple for the counseling to offer coping strategies to the couple. Offer the coping strategies like some antenatal clinics, antenatal women with some abnormalities to facilitate the decision making techniques, to offer preparation for the procedures, to help the client in achieving a better quality of life, to provide genetic counseling in case of infertility. Counseling services as follows. First one is IVF group discussion by the staff. IVF means in vitro fertilization technique. Third party reproduction for both donors and recipients. Therapeutic counseling, crisis counseling, assessment, and regular follow-up is necessary. Advantages of infertility counseling. First one is helps to deal with the emotional stress, provide extra support by the counselor or the family members, allow the client in exploring all the possible options for the family, help the couples in overcoming the dilemmas and deciding the right fertility treatment, explains about the infertility management and specific treatment for the infertility. Role of nurse in infertility counseling. Receiving the patient and family and make them accessible and comfortable for the counseling. Fertility nurse specialists provide care for the individuals, couples before, during, and after the fertility treatment. The most important role of the fertility nurse is to be able to efficiently assist patients through each step of the treatment process. Infertility counseling. The first one is infertility counseling deals with the psychosocial impact of the infertility in terms of intervention, treatment, and then after effects of both successful and unsuccessful treatments. It also involves the therapeutic work to help patient cope with the consequences of the infertility and treatment. Infertility nurses also give the psychological support through the counseling, collect other information about the test reports and documents, etc., establish plan of care with the family and coordinate care with other healthcare professionals. Counseling services as follows. First one is IVF group discussion by the staff. IVF means in vitro fertilization technique. Third party reproduction for both donors and recipients. Therapeutic counseling, crisis counseling, assessment. Ethical and legal aspects of assisted reproductive technology, ART. Some ethical and legal issues in the assisted reproductive technology are following: ethical and legal issues in the reproductive health. The aim of ART or the fertility treatment is to promote the chances of fertilization and subsequent pregnancy by bringing the sperm and egg close to each other. There are different types of ART or the assisted reproductive technology. Intrauterine insemination. It is indicated as a first line management where there are problems such as a hostile cervical conditions including the cervical mucus problems, anti-sperm or male fertility problems, in other words ejaculation dysfunctioning. Then although tubal pregnancy of the female partner must be assured. It is also useful for the cases of the unexplained infertility. In order to increase the chances of success, ovulation is monitored, ovulation is induced oftenly, sperms are prepared to maximize their fertility before insertion into the uterus. There are so many factors that can increase the chances of success, like reducing the stress, or quitting the smoking, reducing the weight, increasing the physical activity, and in men maintaining the healthy weight, giving up smoking, reducing the alcohol use, and medication. Proper use of some medication increases the chances of success in case of infertility. In vitro fertilization or embryo transfer describes lab techniques where the fertilization occurs outside the body and in one of the main types of ART. During the in vitro fertilization, mature eggs are collected from the ovaries and fertilized by the sperm in a lab. Then fertilized egg or the eggs are transferred to the uterus. One full cycle of IVF or the in vitro fertilization takes about 3 weeks. Sometimes these steps are split into different parts and the process can take longer time. IVF is indicated in cases where the female partner has, first one is uterine tube occlusion or fallopian tube damage or blockage, endometriosis in case of ovulation in case of uterine fibroids where male factors are main problem, like impaired sperm production and functions, unexplained infertility in males, genetic disorders, etc. Stimulation of ovaries to produce more than one egg is required and treatment starts with the pituitary desensitization. It is done by gonadotropin injection. In short, the pituitary desensitization affects the different doses of the gonadotropin releasing hormone. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection, ICSI. It is developed in 1992 and is a highly specialized variant of in vitro fertilization treatment that involves the injection of a single sperm into the cytoplasm of an egg with a fine glass needle. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection is very similar to in vitro fertilization in that gametes are collected from each partner. The difference between the two procedures is that ICSI refers to the laboratory procedure where a single sperm is picked up with a fine glass needle and is injected directly into each egg. This is carried out in the laboratory by experienced embryologists using the special equipments. Very few sperms are required and the ability to sperm to penetrate the egg is no longer important as This has been assisted by the ICS technique. It is useful technique when the sperm quality is poor. In azoospermic man, sperm can be obtained surgically from the epididymis or by extraction from the testis itself. Gamete intrafallopian transfer GIFT GIFT and zygote intrafallopian transfer ZIFT ZIFT. Both GIFT and ZIFT are laparoscopic techniques that offer little clinical advantage over the in vitro fertilization and are no longer recommended. Third party assisted ART. When the couples do not achieve pregnancy from the infertility treatments or traditional ART, they may choose to use a third party assisted ART method to have a child. In third party ART, fertilization of an egg and sperm into an embryo occurs in vitro and is transferred into the uterus of the surrogate. The intended and genetic father donates semen, which is used to artificially inseminate the surrogate. A surrogate means a woman who bears a child on behalf of another woman. Sperm donation. Couples can be donated sperm when a man does not produce sperm or produces very low number of sperm, and if he has a genetic disease. Then donated sperm can be used with the intrauterine insemination or with IVF, in vitro fertilization. Egg donation. This can be used when a woman does not produce healthy egg that can be fertilized. An egg donor undergoes ovary stimulation and egg retrieval steps of in vitro fertilization. Donated egg can then be fertilized by the sperm from the woman's partner, and the resulting embryo is placed into woman's uterus. So in other words, egg donation is a process by which a woman donates eggs to enable another woman to conceive as a part of an assisted reproduction treatment. Surrogacy. Legal arrangements for surrogacy require the commencing or beginning couple to both be over the age of 18, married to each other, and the child genetically related to at least one of them. Surrogate mother acts as a host as the embryo is placed in her uterus. Okay students, if you have any question related to this presentation in fertility, then please ask me at any time. Thank you.